Alright guys, got a size number 2 bass hook in the vise. 140 denier thread. I'm using red, but it really doesn't matter what color you use. Tail on this fly, olive marabou. I went through the stack, pre-selected a nice plume here. I like to tie it in just a little bit longer than the length of the hook, like a time and a quarter. Tie that down. Trim it off, cover up these butt ends, make it look pretty. Alright, we got the tail tied in looking pretty. Next, tying in Schlappen feather. This is going to be part of the body. Tie the feather in by the tip so that you can use the natural taper of the feather to taper the body of the fly, so you get skinny in the back and fat in the front, which is what a real fish looks like. I'm coming in body UV polar chenille in pink. Tie this in, and that's where I'm going to tie it off, about an eye length behind the eye. When I wrap this polar chenille, it has fibers that stick out from the cord, so you have to fold the fibers back on each wrap so that you get a good looking body. Otherwise you'll mat down all those little shiny pink fibers sticking out. You won't be able to see that pink rainbow trout stripe as much when you're stripping it through the water. And now, after this, I'm going to tie it off and wrap the feather up. So let's go in hyperspeed now. I'm coming in with some red laser dug. Now when you pull this stuff out of the bag, you want to pinch the bag with your fingers and pull it out, and then all the fibers are facing the same direction. So, and I take those fibers I just pulled out. I want these to be about the length of the body. And I'll tie them in 2 wraps and then fold it back. If it's too long, you can trim it. Like I said, I want it to be the length of the body. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. And you want to be, depends on how conscientious you are, but I like to try and pull out about 50. So I'm trying to tie in the same amount on each side of the fly. It's hard to do. I'm sure the fish don't care, but that's honestly a pretty good length. I don't think I'm gonna have to trim that. So then I got that tied in, coming in with another clump of olive marabou. You want it to be the same length as that dubbing you just tied in. Tie that in good. Trim it out, and then you are done with the back half. Alright, so I cut off about 1.5 to 2 inch piece of wire. I'm going to take the back half of my fly here. I like to put the fly through first and then fold over the wire 50-50 so your ends are the same, and then come in here and tie it in. And I do like to leave, since I'm using 2 hooks, I like to leave a little bit of a gap between the hooks. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go grab a bead and put a bead right there so that the spacing looks better. I'll be back. Let's get some beads. I'm actually not at the home office today. I'm at the in the shop today, so I got a lot of materials to choose from. So, beads. There we go. That's a big bag of beads. Alright guys, I'm back. I got some beads. I got that wire folded over 50-50. I just slide the beads over both ends of the wire. Just like that. Got 2 beads on there. Pinch them down so you just have a small loop of wire that your hook can articulate in. And then tie it in. And those beads do 2 things. Those beads, well, they kind of cover up that gap a little bit so it just looks a little nicer. But it also is going to control how much it articulates, so it'll help it from wrapping all the way around and fouling around the front hook. I like to tie that wire in down the side, and then when I get close to the front, I double it over. In that way, that articulation, that back hook is never coming apart. And that's super durable. So now I'm ready for the body. Same thing as the back hook. White Schlappen feather, pink Polish chenille. Let's fast forward till we get to the head. Part of the head is going to be the same too. I'm coming in with the red ice dub and then the olive wing over the top, so it's going to be exactly the same. I'll probably fast forward through this too. Fish mask on this streamer, just like that. Can't decide if I'm going to use gray or gold. Kind of wish I had a silver one, but I don't. But before we do that, coming in some laser dub. We're stacking the head, olive over gray, olive on top, gray on bottom. You can use white too, but this gray dubbing is like, basically is white. Alright, so I pull a little bit much out of the bag, so I'm going to put some of it back. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling the dubbing fibers apart and then putting them back together so that they all line in the same direction. Tie it in about 60-40, 40% going forward, or 60% going forward, 40% going back. And then olive stacking is exactly the same. I'll probably use a little bit more material on the top than I did the bottom. Two wraps, fold the gray back, fold the olive back, just like that. Make sure our mask still fits here, and it just barely fits, but it fits. Y'all, I think I'm going with the gold mask. I kind of wish I had a silver one. I'd probably match a rainbow trout a little better, but it doesn't matter. Fish don't care. Come in, put a generous amount right there on the top. Slide the mask over. And don't glue your fingers to it like I'm about to do.